After a heartfelt goodbye and a few years off, to quote the band's new song, they've taken the long way home to each other. A new EP, Start a Band, is out now. And Hollerado, they're back after a short and sweet tour across Canada. They've got 3 sold-out shows at the Horseshoe. I am so excited. Menno Versteeg, Nixon Boyd, welcome back.
Oh, my God.
Thanks so much, Lana.
Feels good to be doing this stuff again and loving every second of it.
I'm so happy that you guys are back together. And it just seems like you guys are really, not just new chapter. It almost seems like you're, I don't know, like you've fallen back into the a new band.
Well,
in a weird way.
That's kind of the idea is like we're really cool with starting again. You know, obviously it's easy to say that we do have it's not like we're starting from total scratch, but
yeah.
It's, 7 years has passed since we put out music, and it's kind of a whole new audience, and we're definitely approaching it with that idea of like just playing small places and being super happy with anything.
Yeah. Well, listening to the EP, I'm excited to tell you this. I have a theory that it's kind of nerdy.
Yes,
but I feel like Hollerado, you are the Muppets of Indie Rock.
I could not be more complimented.
I'm so flattered to hear that.
So that you, even with the first track, I can imagine like Kermit going to the Muppet Theater, turning on the lights and being like, "Hi again, it's been a minute." But again, you're part of the coming of age of so many millennials in a variety of ways, and you never really go away. Like you've worked on different production projects, solo albums. There's the record like Royal Mountain. So we're always kind of waiting for some return of Hollerado.
Right. We were keeping the fire going in some way or another.
Oh, definitely. Yeah. Nick and I, we managed to keep our feet in creativity and music while we were not doing Hollerado, and a lot of it together also.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
And Jake is Animal, obviously.
And Jake, yeah. I mean, there's so many boxes you can tick with that analogy, I feel like.
Yeah, I feel like we're all kind of what are they, Wallace and who are the 2 old guys in the box?
Oh yeah.
Stadler. Oh my gosh.
Stadler and I should know this.
Walter?
Something like that. I want to say not Wallace, Stadler and
No.
We'll find. Do we have? Do you want me
to? Jake would be.
He would get in
jumping up and down with frustration for us not getting this right now.
Yeah. They're not all bad.
Yeah.
No, they're not half bad.
No, they're all bad.
No, you talked about how even when you were kind of away from Hollerado, you two were writing together and working together.
That's true.
Was there ever kind of a spark, a glimmer, or something that you saw each other in the eyes and were like, this should be Hollerado again?
A few times.
Yeah, definitely.
What was the kind of thing was it the Tokyo Police Club reunion, or what actually got the wheels turning?
Playing the shows with Tokyo Police Club was very, it made us remember how much fun that we have doing this together, and then mainly just all being at a point in our lives where we like got our acts together, we took care of ourselves in different ways, and got other sources of income so we didn't have to rely on just this band to like pay the rent and bills, which takes a ton of pressure off. And just looking around and being like, hey, I think we can handle this like adults now and not a bunch of like teenagers, how we treated most of it.
Yeah. What is the biggest change when you do you have a big band meeting with kind of like, here's how we have to approach tour. Here's how we have to approach an album now that we have a fresh pair of eyes to Hollerado?
Yeah, that's a great question. I think when writing music, first of all, it's like, I think we're able to sort of, with a little bit of distance, look at what we loved about Hollerado 1.0 and, sort of pick and choose the strengths and the stuff that still resonates with us. And that little bit of distance, I think, went a long way in just putting songs together that we totally loved and had a ton of fun making and now playing.
And yeah, it was more like the start of it when there's nothing to lose at the beginning of the band. You just you play music you want. But then as it becomes a bit of a career and you're like, how do we take this to the next level? How do we make this so this is the only thing we ever have to do with our lives? There is an element of chasing trends or like doing stuff. They're like, oh, let's try this out. And stuff that might not feel as like just what you would do naturally for fun. Yeah. And I'm not afraid to admit that. We wanted to like try different. We weren't afraid to fail ever, and we weren't afraid to try stuff that was a total failure, like a 111 song album that was 6.5 hours long, filled with a lot of garbage. But doing it this time, it's just like, let's just make a few songs that we just love, and there's no regard to like whether it's gonna be commercially successful or anything.
Yeah, just be ourselves.
It's a really catchy, sweet EP. And,
Thanks.
you always do this to me. I can't swear. F this, that song.
Oh, you're right.
It made me think about the fact that it's been a chunk of time since you've released music, and there's this kind of there's been this big technological advancement, a lot of changes, and there's this romance you talk about on F this that I thought, how do you keep that kind of romance within this nature of having the ability to use technology for everything? Like, is there something about going back to just the way you've always made music and kind of appreciating things a bit more?
Yeah, I mean, one of the things about that song, like, there's the nostalgia part of it is a bit tongue in cheek, and there's an amount that you have to try to keep up with, being online and stuff, but we're doing it to the amount that we have the bandwidth for it. Like, I really can't tolerate it that much. Like, even tonight I was coming in here, I'm like, normally you would like post like, oh, we have like 3 sold out shows in Toronto. I'm like, I don't care. They're already sold out. Like, yeah, that, we don't need to sell the tickets. I'm like, I don't need to go telling everybody that they're sold out. Like, who's that for, So, and I was like, and staring at my phone, I sound like I sound like those old Muppets guys when I say that. I'd rather just make the music, and I don't care because we don't have to use this as our job. So it's like, well, you have to make TikTok because that's what's good for your career. Like, no, I don't, because it's not good for my health and I don't want to.
Yeah, that's a good distinction. Is like, is this fun? Is this good for our friendship? Is this good for our health? Is this good for our creativity? And we just keep kind of ticking the yes column for all of this stuff, which is the reason why now's the time to do this.
Yeah, when you asked before, like, if we had like a band meeting and like, not about the creativity part. Like, we're just like, let's just do stuff that's fun. But for like the other type of stuff, like, we definitely had a band meeting about like how we're going to do things, and it has to be fun. We all have to want to do it. It has to pay enough to like make it worth our time and being able to take time off the other things that people do. And then we also like, we want to actually be good at the music, and we never used to care about that, like being good playing. We always just were like, let's go have fun. And I mean, I'm sure you saw some of them, but one of our early shows, like, I got dragged off the stage at the Horseshoe, like passed out. Like, that is not professional, and that doesn't make for, it makes for maybe good entertainment, but it doesn't make for great music. And so like changing that perspective, and like, we have like, there's no beers before anyone goes on anymore, and like we don't roll like that. And like, we have some rules. I showed some of my musician friends, like, okay, everyone has to show up at the gig in time for sound check with all their equipment. And people are like, that's a rule? We're like, yeah, that's a rule, because that used to not happen most of the time. And so those kind of things, yeah, we're changing.
Well, I mean, I think that's the perspective you get, right? As you get older, as you've done this for years and years, and also as you return to something that you love for the sake of loving it.
Right.
Exactly.
Right.
Yeah.
So when it comes to the new songs, what song kind of got the ball rolling? Which track? Or was it all kind of all?
Definitely Start a Band.
Yeah.
Because it was really hard. I've, like, as you know, like, Nick and I are constantly making stuff and writing for other bands and doing stuff for like TV and stuff, and we never have trouble like coming up with ideas. But when we decided, like, if we're gonna play festivals and do stuff, we need some new music. I don't want to be a casino band. And I have never had a harder time trying to come up with what to say, because like, when you're like, we broke up, we're done for good, it's a bit of a jerk move, and you're like, and then the world being such a kind of dumpster fire as it is, I just felt like you got to hit the nail on the head. Like, you can't write a song where the lyrics are like talking about throwing up in a toaster or whatever the heck we wrote about on Record in a Bag. Yeah. And
which I was looking
most
for.
Most of that songs were secretly about that. Yeah. Veiled, thinly veiled references to that.
Yeah, puking in a toaster.
I still have it somewhere. I was looking for it. I had like a Ziploc bag full of like a feather and some random glitter.
Oh, sweet.
Yeah.
Probably some burnt toast.
Yeah. No burnt toast. I don't know, but maybe.
So it took me, I had like writer's block, which I've never had, because I just wanted to say something that I could fully stand behind, that kind of explained where we were at, and I couldn't get it. And then one day we were on our way to jam, and I was like, I need the new thing. Like, what is it? And I was like, what are we doing and why are we doing it? And just the idea, like, start a band. That's what we're doing, and we're doing it because that's our way of coping with a crazy world, and it always has been. And it's our place to find an outlet for all that, and those lyrics just say exactly that. And so that's the one that got it all rolling.
Is it the one that when you're on stage is you're seeing the crowd react to? Like, is there like, because it's got a sing-along quality. I mean, they actually kind of all do, to be honest.
It's pretty special at the beginning of that song because it's like kind of, it's a little sad, and it's meant to be triumphant and happy. And when the start a band part comes in, the reaction is, there's been amazing smiles on people's faces. They get the joke,
and they lean into it. They get the joke, and the lighters come out a little bit too. So they're really, I think, they're there with us as far as just the fun of it goes, and leaning into the triumphantness of that song. Which is kind of winking a little bit, but also totally earnest at the same time. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's the first time we've ever done a power ballad.
Yeah, I think it's like the most 80s power ballad we've ever been.
It's a tempo we don't usually mess with.
Totally.
That like Mr. Big, just to be the next to be. Remember that song?
No, I'm trying to.
What are some great 80s power ballads or 90s like November Rain?
Yeah, I was going to say
tempo?
something Guns N' Roses. Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Make it an opus, make it a 12-minute start a band.
I mean, it's not that. It's definitely not playable on the radio. Like
Yeah.
two of my favorite ones on that record like are very much like, that one's too long and has too many different parts. And then the other one that you've been talking about, which is one of my favorites, but you just can't say that chorus on most radio.
Yeah, it's a little challenging with two cuss words, but you know what? You do you. And also, it's also the freedom, as you were talking about, like early on, how you had different parameters to kind of reach to see what was successful. I like the fact that you've kind of taken the long way home to each other, but you found out that the scenic route works. You know what I mean?
That's a nice way to think about it. Yeah.
And it's to do it for the sake of doing it because you love it, which is why you start a band anyway, right? Like no one usually back in the day, I guess, like you would start because you had nothing to lose. You're having a good time. And so to actually bring that back is that feeling is it's so you can hear it.
It's almost more meaningful now, honestly, because it's like we thought about it. We didn't really think about it before. It just kind of happened. But like we made a conscious decision to spend more time together.
Yeah.
And to create together. And we're here by choice.
Yeah, really. Instead of just kind of like something that we like woke up one day.
We were just friends and we didn't know what else to do before.
Yeah. This kind of happened before, and this time it was like, and you're really right. It was the scenic route that we took, and it took taking the scenic route to realize how much spending time with each other in this creative way meant to each other, and how much it was worth it to give it another try.
And you're giving it another try at the Horseshoe. No more being dragged off stage. You got 3 sold-out shows.
Oh, they're not done yet.
Oh, maybe the last night.
I missed those confetti cannons. I hope they return.
You know what? I'm telling you, a lot of places have stopped allowing confetti because I guess, that's how things are these days. So we learned for the Horseshoe that we didn't ask them. A couple of the other venues where we asked, like, hey, is it still cool if we do confetti? And they're like, no, actually, we changed that because of you guys.
Okay.
But yeah, tonight I'm just not asking. We're just going to do it, and then they can. At least
the first night at the Horseshoe, there will be confetti.
And we always used to clean it up after too, so we'll be sweeping it if we have to.
We made an effort.
Yeah.
We pushed a broom from one side of the room to the other.
Okay, we're going to get to a song in just a sec. I do want to know about, again, we've talked so much about kind of starting again and your parameters within the band, but when it comes to touring, what does that look like in the future? I know you just did this trek across the country. In the future, is there an album in the works? Are you just feeling like you want to be road warriors for another minute when you have scheduling time?
Yeah, we definitely don't want to be road warriors.
Okay.
I see the young
that
band.
suggests
battle.
It is a battle.
It is a battle. Yeah.
I don't know how. Like it's the fact that you guys were on the road for years.
Yeah, hundreds of shows a year for over a decade, and I mean that's why we had to stop. It got absolutely exhausting, and it was a decent living, but we were like, we can't do this for the rest of our lives. Like we'll die. And so that was that, and So, but to do it again, like we want to do some fun, interesting stuff. As far as writing, like, yeah, we definitely want to work on some projects that we've always talked about doing that never seemed commercially viable, stuff like that. And yeah. What was the rest of the question?
It was just is there a plan for what's coming up next, or are you guys just going to keep going as it, like taking things as they come and have a good time?
Yeah, one step at a time. We have nothing booked until the summertime, and we'll get back at and do some fun things, and
hopefully some festivals.
That was one thing that I wanted to say. Nick and I have been doing like a kind of acoustic version of Hollerado. So part of this tour was we did a bunch of shows, just the two of us, which is a lot more manageable. We can sit down. We can start at 7 p.m. A lot of them are all ages, and people bring their kids, and
it's really lovely.
It's really lovely, and it's just a whole different side of it. Like we had to rewrite the songs to make them work in a kind of more chill context.
Yeah, in a library context, let's say.
Yeah. We wanted shows like that. I think we're gonna do a lot more. Just like sit down and just kind of family friendly and totally absolutely lame, but really fun.
Not
and
lame.
nice.
It's just a different, a different evolution,
exactly.
right? Yeah.
I said that, but we felt really comfortable and like we were doing something really cool, and we were just sitting around. There's like kids running around in the aisles, and
I think that's really great, and I think that's really special for music fans and also the next generation. We always remember the moments of when we were growing up with the first shows, the first albums that our parents introduced us to. So you're kind of part of that kind of camaraderie, like family thing.
Yeah, the goal
Hopefully.
is with the new shows to like be like more chill and easygoing, and have those shows that are like just more low key than ever, and then when we rock, to rock harder than ever.
Fair. Love it. Well, have so much fun back at the Horseshoe, and I'm so excited. Welcome back, guys. It really warms my heart that you are back in action, Hollerado. And you're going to play a song for us.
Let's go.
What track are you going to play?
We're going to try a chill version of our song What Killed Elvis Presley, one of the new ones.
Yeah, I dig that one as well. A lot of commentary, I would say.
For sure.
Yeah, that's the point too with this stuff. Like, we wanted to say something. This world is a crazy place right now, and it's up to there's a bit of a responsibility, I think, to at least kick and scream about it.
Yeah. Why string words together if we're not going to say something about stuff we care about?
I also think art is hopeful.
Yeah.
There's that element as well.
Yeah, it's always been with us, but I think we're being a bit more obvious about it. Like, even F this right?
Yeah, that was a great edit.
One.
That was a great live
done.
edit of that song. Thank you.
There's a hopefulness to it. There's a we can do this together, And my mother, when I told her the title, she was like, I'm going to hate that song. And now it's her favorite, and she's like screaming along to it.
Incredible. So good. Well, we're going to let you get set up and through editing magic. We will be right back with Hollerado.
Yeah. 1, 3, 4.
Like the plague or the avian flu, coming for me or it's coming for you. It turns your will to live into do. It weighs you down, down. That's how it gets you. It rots your brain till you stop brushing your teeth. Soon you feel like it's pointless to speak. Count the days till the end of the week. You're going 1, 2. 1, 2, 3, 4. What killed Elvis Presley? It killed the Kennedys. Pray you don't catch the American dream, the American dream. Hope you don't catch the American dream. Oh, I hope you don't catch the American dream. It makes you late, it makes you broke, it makes you drink, it makes you smoke. Counting the ways you're the butt of the joke. You're going 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. What killed Elvis Presley? Killed the Kennedys. Pray you don't catch the American dream, the American dream. Oh, I hope you don't catch the American dream. Hope you don't catch the American dream.
That's how it gets you. That's how it gets you.
Falling asleep,
That's how it gets you.
watching TV.
That's how it gets you.
Chef Boyardee.
That's how it gets you.
I'm getting stoned. I'm counting my toes. I'm going 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4.
Oh,
What killed Elvis Presley?
oh,
Killed the Kennedys.
oh.
Pray you don't catch the American dream. The American dream. Oh, I hope you don't catch the American dream. Hope you don't catch the American dream. Oh, I hope you don't catch the American dream. Oh, I hope you don't catch the American dream.
Thank you so much, Hollerado. Thank you so much. And
Thank you.
welcome,
fun.
welcome back.
You know,
Thanks a lot.
we got tired of doing this stuff by the end, and now I'm just like, this is so fun. I can do this all day long.
So sweet.
We'll come back whenever you want.
Thanks,
You're always
Lana.
welcome at Indie88.
Thanks very
Lana.
much.